If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Well, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Underneath these guitar necks is one Thunderbird, Firebird, I don't know, bird is the word. Shout out, Birdman. Yeah, guys, this is the guitar body that Ray over at Guitar Adventures with Ray Landis sent over to me. Check out Ray's channel, man. Give him some love. Tell him I sent you, Jack. So Ray had sent me this guitar body a while back. It's been on the project list for some time. And because I am waiting for Matt and I to be able to get together so that I can route the body of the Peavey Generations guitar, and as I am waiting for the body to dry on the old scrap parts guitar project from Strings and Pucks, I thought I'd do a little bit of work. So this is the Thunderbird body. And man, I was looking at it earlier, guys. It is quite the piece of work, man. It's just rough. It's a lot of fun. I noticed today that this piece had been broken off at one point, and somebody had glued that back together. And there's a couple of challenges with this guitar body. One challenge is I'm not exactly sure that neck pocket is straight, which I'm not going to really be able to tell copacetically until I get a neck and a bridge on here and put a couple of strings through it and see what's up. The second challenge, the larger challenge, is that I do not have a guitar neck that fits this neck pocket exactly right. By the way, if you're interested in this company, there is their information. Brother Ray bought, there's some words I was looking to put together in a sentence. Bought this guitar on eBay or someplace like that, and sat around his shop for the longest, and he never got around to do anything to it. Sent it over to me, thought it might be a fun project, and I intend to have a good time with it, Jack. Thank you, Ray, very much. Ray also sent over this guitar neck to go with this guitar body. So I have two other necks. One neck is from a Squier Stratocaster that was shaped to look like a Telecaster headstock. It is not. It is a straight up Strat guitar neck. Look at that goodness right there. I didn't do any of that. And this was actually originally on the Partscaster guitar, which I have been working on and made that into a fine rock and roll machine. You can find that in the playlist below. Just look for Partscaster. She's purple now. Yeah. And then I've got this neck. This is a neck that came from my dear friend Strings and Pucks. And this neck has the most challenges to it. Okay, one is, it is super funkalicious right here. That's not really a problem. Two, that truss rod opening there is a little bit weird looking. No cover came with it. I guess I could look for a cover if I was so inclined. The headstock is an interesting shape. The back of the guitar, we've got a couple of these ferrule holes got blown out at some point. And it does have a screw that's stuck right there. So, yeah, those are the three options. I can tell you that two of these necks have 22 frets. They both need a lot of fretwork to them, and obviously this guitar neck would need a little bit of TLC in terms of, I don't know, maybe we could throw some dye or something on there if we were to sand that down. This neck is golden because I worked on it, Jack. Yeah, this is a nice guitar neck. I just don't have a strap body for it. I've been looking for a Tele body because a Strat neck will fit a Tele, whereas a Tele body generally will not fit in a Strat neck pocket. Yeah. So, which guitar should I put on this body? I'm glad you asked the question. That is the dilemma or the opportunity of this video. We're going to talk about it. We are going to figure that out. And we're going to have to do a little bit of work to that guitar neck pocket to get one of these guitar necks to copacetically function. Well, my friends, if you fancy a journey talking about necks and life, shout out Keith. Why don't you run out to the kitchen, get yourself a Diet Coke and some popcorn. Meet me back at the workbench, Jack. Come on, man, get your snack and come on back. We got work to do, baby. Let's get into it, Jack. Well, welcome back, everybody. So, in my assessment so far, what I've been thinking about. So, the question becomes, to me, which guitar neck would match this body better? Again, Thunderbird, Firebird, whatever it is you call this kind of thing here. So I like the neck that Ray sent. By the way, what's weird about it is this is actually the thinnest neck at the first fret. It's a little bit over 20 yard. These are a little bit over 21 at the first. And so this is actually thinner, although it looks thicker. Yeah, go figure. So if I went with this one, I would attempt to color it. This dark body. Now, I don't know, guys, that I'm going to refin this guitar. This guitar needs a whole lot of TLC, man. Everything about it is rough. You can tell they've put a ton of product on there. I mean, it is shiny, but it is as funky to feel as it is shiny. So you can just tell. I mean, look at that big old glob right there, man. Yeah. So that's a whole bunch of character, Jack. Yeah, that's one way we'd go with it. So let's go with the character route. So let's say that's character. We're going to keep it. You can tell how many boards it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 boards. Was at one point in time anyway, before they made it a guitar body. So I like the neck that Ray sent, as I said. I don't like it on that body. I don't like the color scheme of that. Now, that's probably just me being me, okay? Now, this guitar neck does not fit in that guitar body. I'd rather put a rosewood board. Oh man, don't break that off, Theodore. That is super flimsy anyway. Anyway, I'd rather put a rosewood fingerboard in there. Now, this is cut for a Strat, and this is cut for kind of a telly neck. A Strat neck will work, but there'll be a little bit of openings in the corners. That's assuming I can open this up to accommodate that neck. This one is flat, and this one needs more work than any of them. So if I was just going by fun points, adventure points we'll call it, I would choose this one just because, man, we're going to have to raise this guitar neck from the dead, man. I mean, it's pretty much a piece of junk right now. Now, String sent this over to me, and when he sent it over to me, he told me exactly what it is. And he's just said, hey, I want to see if it can be salvaged. So salvaging this neck, which we could do one way or the other, right? We don't have to put it on this guitar body to redeem this neck. We could put it on another project down the road. But it would require a significant amount of work. Any way you slice it, guys, any way you slice it, these guitar necks are all too wide for this neck pocket. This is the closest one. I could almost force that in there. In fact, I better not. That is super close, okay? So I think all things being equal, as much as I don't want to, because I don't like the color scheme, I'm thinking we're going to go with this one. So I'm going to be taking some 180 grit sanding bands that I got off of the Zon, and I'm going to very gingerly go down both sides of this opening. I don't need to take much off. Now again, this is super frail on the end. Can you see that goodness right there? Yeah, can you hear that? I'm almost cracking it. So I need to be very careful. And again, it just looks cattywampus to me. I guess if I line it up with this board right here, and I look at one end to the other, which you can see right through it, it's fairly straight, at least from that view. So I guess what I'll do, guys, let me open this up a little bit. We'll put this neck in there, and then we'll look at it one more time. And then we need to do a couple of things. One is I need to do some fret work. I need to figure out what we're going to do with tuners. I need to figure out what we're going to do with string trees. I need to drill the holes for the neck screws. So we got quite a bit of work to do. Again, on the body, guys, I don't think I'm doing anything. If anything, I probably will. You see all those shards of just wood. If anything, I'll just do a little bit of that in there and try to normal that up just a little bit. All right, but beyond that, I don't know. Now Matt is coming over with his router. So what I could do is I could route this bad boy. I sure could route it. I could put a big old swimming pool route right there, and that might be helpful because this thing, oh my goodness, guys. Maybe I need to do that. Now that's not going to take off, but you know, it's not going to take pounds off the guitar taking that chunk out. But that would also open it up. Right now we've got one option, Telly bridge pup, and that's fine. I have one. So I could, in theory, open this up, drop the components for the Telly in here, deal with the neck, throw it together, see what we get. Or I could be creative and route this out. Now, the other challenge is, if I route that out, guess what we got? We got us a problem. You know why? Because I don't have a pick guard. I don't have a pick guard that will treat that copacetically. I've got some Telly pick guards. And as you can tell, that is not going to be copacetic for us, my friends. Now I could take something like this and I could cut it right here, and I could even cut it right here, and I could just make like a little kind of an oval. You see that? If I just took my pen and I just kind of sort of did this line, and then over here do that line, call it done. That would at least, again, but it can't be this one, so I'd have to burn one, or anybody remember love? There you go. Or I go back to that and I could design one and I could cut it out. So either way. Now what I don't know is, even if I did a swimming pool route, would I invest any more pickups into this guitar other than a bridge pup that I've got for a Telly laying around? I probably wouldn't. So anyway, that's a lot of external dialogue. Man, you're telling me I'm so lost. Yeah, I'm lost myself. Stinking critics. The world is full of critics. Don't let them get you down, man. You do you, guys. Haters gonna hate. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with this neck right here. Let me put these other necks up. Stand by.
If it's a day called today, come rain, sleet, or snow, we're talking guitars and life jack. Get your popcorn, a Diet Coke, and come on to the show. Let's go! saw some stories in a video. Lots of cool folks are gathering in the comment section. Get your beverage, your favorite snack, and come on to the show. Let's go! Come on, Jack! Get up and get down. Let's get into it.
Well, alright my friends, welcome back. So, we did copacetically put in our pilot holes for our neck screws, and we did remove any nibbage with the old file, something like that. I did go ahead and level the guitar neck, so we're golden on that deal. Check. Well, do we have any high frets? Let's find out. Well, guess it's gonna be a day like that, huh? Oh, who am I kidding? I love a good guitar neck in the morning, Jack. Yeah, baby, I sure do, man. Man, what are you guys doing today, man? Anybody working on any cool guitar projects, man? Oh, come on, man. All guitar projects are cool, baby. Even if you just got one in your lap doing a little strummy strum, Jack. That's a good day, baby. That is a good day. It occurs to me that I did not check the radius of this board just yet. We will be for doing that. Not that I'm assuming we're going to have to level all these things, but we sure might. We sure might. Man, we had such a good time on the live last night. Man, if you guys don't hang out with us on Tuesday nights, man, you're missing out. And I'm not talking about you're missing out because of anything I do. I'm talking about the good people who hang out with me on the regular. Hey, special shout out to the Jacks, our channel members, for all your love, support, and edification, my friends. Man, oh man, you guys are the best, Jack. You surely are. Speaking of that, man, I pray that whatever it is you're doing today, you are surrounded by people who love and affirm you, baby. People who get you, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. People who champion you and support you in all things guitars and life. Guys, life is too short, man, not to be surrounded by people who make you want to be a better version of you, Jack. Not that there's anything wrong with the version of you there is today, but I think we all want to be a little bit better tomorrow than we were today. All right, read and weep. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 high frets, outer edges, outer edge, middle. Man, it looks like somebody's done some work to this a little bit along the way. A couple of things I noticed. One is the edges of all the frets are just a little different shade, which is an indication that somebody has sanded those. That's true on both sides of the fingerboard. And a couple of these down here, my fingernail catches in the middle, i.e., my suspicion is someone has filed those before. The edges are pretty sharp. They're not cutting anybody's finger, but man, I sure don't like to have all that when I play. So I will be for copacetically handling all that, Jack. You can believe that, baby. Well, my friends, according to my solo music radius gauges, this is a 9.5 radius guitar neck. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and level them down before I do the edges. That's what I'm thinking. And that guitar neck sure is pretty, man. I hope, well, let me second guess myself for a minute. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna address the, I don't want to do that before I file. Here's the problem with putting tape on a board. If you put tape on a board, sometimes you really can't get to the edges too much. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and handle up some. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. Oh, that was just horrible, man. Now guys, if you've never had the pleasure of doing fret work before, this is a fret file. These are frets. Haha, see what I did there? So if you do this and you feel sharpness, then what you can do is you can take your fret file. This is a fret guru. You use whatever files you want, guys. Here's some cheap old Amazon files. Any kind of file. I've seen guys do this with pedicure tools. Do it however you want. But what I'm trying to accomplish, okay, I'll go down here. So I can feel that pretty sharp. So I'm going to take my file, I'm going to go down the side of the fret on the end, and I'm going to roll it over, kind of like that. Alright, so what I'm trying to do, and sometimes you'll see me kind of curve it like that. I'm just trying to kind of round it a little bit. When I slide up a guitar neck, I don't want to feel anything in the way. I want it to glide. I don't want to get hung up on frets. And right now, because I play with my thumb over, and oftentimes when I slide, I've got at least one finger right in the edge of that fret. I just don't like the speed bumps. So that's all I'm doing. I'm going down and I'm rolling over. You see that okay? Going down and I'm rolling it over. And I'm going to do that until when I do this, I don't feel anything. And then I'm going to have to do the other way. And both sides of the fingerboard. Alright. Fast forward action. Okay guys, say it with me. Clean your area. Headphones. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Hey, rock on with your bad selves, everybody. Catch you down the road.